Welcome to Who Died Today, where we honor lives that shaped history. September 8, 2022, the day the Second Elizabethan Age ended. Queen Elizabeth II, 70 years on the throne, 15 prime ministers, 13 US presidents. Queen Elizabeth II, a reign that shaped history and touched lives worldwide. This is Who Died Today. Queen Elizabeth II, a reign that defined an era, 1926 to 2022. On September 8, 2022, the world bid farewell to one of the most iconic figures of the 20th and 21st centuries, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Today, we honor her extraordinary life and unprecedented 70-year reign that shaped history. Born on April 21, 1926, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor entered a world still reeling from the First World War. As the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York, she was third in line to the throne, never expected to wear the crown. But fate had other plans. In 1936, a constitutional crisis rocked the monarchy. Elizabeth's uncle, King Edward VI, abdicated to marry American divorcee Wallis Simpson. Overnight, Elizabeth's father became King George VI, and at just 10 years old, Elizabeth became heir presumptive. World War II broke out when Elizabeth was 13. Unlike many children evacuated from London, she and her sister Margaret remained at Windsor Castle. In 1940, 14-year-old Elizabeth made her first radio broadcast, addressing children evacuated overseas. We know, every one of us, that in the end all will be well. This early display of composure foreshadowed the steadfast presence she would become. In 1945, 19-year-old Elizabeth joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, training as a driver and mechanic. She remains the only female member of the royal family to have served in the military. On her 21st birthday, Princess Elizabeth made a promise that would define her life. "I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong." In 1947, Elizabeth married Philip Mountbatten, beginning a partnership that would last 73 years. Their wedding was a moment of joy and glamour in post-war Britain. On February 6, 1952, while in Kenya, Elizabeth received news of her father's death. At 25, she became queen. Her coronation on June 2, 1953, was the first to be televised, watched by millions around the world. Queen Elizabeth II's reign spanned an era of unprecedented change. The end of rationing in Britain, 1954. The Suez Crisis. The Beatles and the British invasion. England winning the World Cup, 1966. The moon landing, 1969. Britain joining the European Economic Community, 1973. The Troubles in Northern Ireland. The Falklands War, 1982. The fall of the Berlin Wall, 1989. The Good Friday Agreement, 1998. The death of Princess Diana, 1997. The 9/11 terrorist attacks, 2001. The London bombings, 2005. The global financial crisis, 2008. The London Olympics, 2012. Brexit, 2016 to 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic, 2020 to 2022. Throughout her reign, the Queen undertook over 250 foreign trips, visiting more than 120 countries. She was the most widely traveled head of state in history. She served alongside 15 UK prime ministers, from Winston Churchill to Liz Truss, and met 13 US presidents, from Harry Truman to Joe Biden. The Queen was instrumental in transforming the British Empire into the Commonwealth of Nations. She called it one of the great balancing forces within the world today. Her Silver Jubilee in 1977, Golden Jubilee in 2002, Diamond Jubilee in 2012, and Platinum Jubilee in 2022 were moments of national celebration and reflection. But perhaps what endeared her most to people around the world was her ability to adapt while maintaining the dignity of the crown. From her surprise appearance with James Bond at the 2012 London Olympics opening ceremony, to having tea with Paddington Bear for her Platinum Jubilee, the Queen showed she could move with the times while remaining a symbol of continuity. In times of crisis, she was a source of calm and unity. Her words after the 9/11 attacks resonated globally. "Grief is the price we pay for love." Beyond her role as monarch, Elizabeth was a wife, mother of 4, grandmother of 8, and great-grandmother of 12. Her family life saw its share of joys and challenges, all under the public eye. She was also known for her love of animals, particularly her corgis. She owned more than 30 corgis during her reign, even creating a new breed called the Dorji, a cross between a corgi and a dachshund. Her passion for horses was lifelong. She was an avid equestrian and successful racehorse owner, with her horses winning over 1,800 races. Her annual Christmas broadcasts became a tradition, offering words of comfort and reflection to millions. In 1957, she made the first televised Christmas broadcast, embracing new technology to connect with her people. The Queen's fashion choices were closely watched. Her brightly colored outfits and matching hats became her trademark, ensuring she could be easily spotted in a crowd. Her image has appeared on the stamps, coins, and banknotes of 33 different countries, more than any other individual in history. In June 2022, the world celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, marking 70 years on the throne, a milestone no other British monarch had achieved. On September 8, 2022, at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, Queen Elizabeth II passed away peacefully at the age of 96. Her passing marked the end of an era, prompting an outpouring of grief and admiration from around the world. Landmarks were lit in her honor, flowers piled high outside palace gates, and countless tributes poured in from world leaders and ordinary citizens alike. Queen Elizabeth II's reign was defined by duty, service, and an unwavering commitment to her people. She was not just a monarch, but a global icon who provided stability and continuity in an ever-changing world. As we bid farewell to Elizabeth, we remember a queen who dedicated her life to service, a woman who became a symbol of resilience and dignity, and a leader who united people across generations and continents. Her famous words ring true now more than ever. "I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service." May she rest in peace, and may her legacy continue to inspire for generations to come.